my friend had a request for Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, so it's the first time we do when we look at piece music. Write the name. Twinkle Twinkle. We're gonna do this one in the key of D major. In the key of D major, we've got D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, and then C sharp diminished. Heck yeah. D major, E minor, F sharp minor, G major, A major, B minor, C sharp diminished. So when we go through the process here, we're only going to be using the 1, the 4, and then the 5 generally. The melody, however, uses a lot of those notes in those 7 notes. If you like the way that I explain how songs work, please subscribe. Suggest something, maybe comment. Either way, keep it clean. Here we go. G major, D major, and A major we'll know in this melody because it goes through the D, D, A, goes to the F sharp, back to A. If we're familiar with finger theory, this is our second finger, first finger, third finger, fourth finger. We're playing only on the second fret where there's fire. And then we're gonna put our first finger or second finger, doesn't really matter, we're moving this melody. I like to play my A major with all my fingerings to make sure that I can play that little weird bar and then leave that top string open. So if we're trying to do that, the idea of our note in the middle, that's our A. If we drop it down, that's an A flat or a G sharp. That's used with the A major 7 for nice and airy. And then another type of major chord is a dominant chord. So if we get rid of that note altogether and it's a G, we would have a E, A, E, G, C, sharp, and then E. Gives us a dominant, awesome, moving, lending type of chord. So what we're going to do is we're going to use that with Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, how I wonder how you are. That melody with the, here we go, tab style, open, open on the D, and then we have second finger on the second fret of the G string, which makes an A note, up to the 4th fret for the F sharp, or the B, and then we're gonna go back down to the A. When we move through the progression of that, we're gonna throw that open string G in there, and then we're gonna go down to the 4th fret to hit that F sharp aforementioned, and then down to the 2nd fret to get the E note, and then open again. That whole thing can have these chords over. Here comes our G major. That would be what we consider the A section, the verse. The next part is going to follow that melody of the A, G, G, F sharp, E, A, G, G, F sharp, E. That's kind of like the second portion. So we're going to play D, 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 G, 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 D, D, D. Then we're going to go back to the that aforementioned A7 to D, A7 to the D, and we're going to start the head right back over again. So the feeling of having the A7 to the D is going to be the same as the beginning. You can count it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we did is we just did it twice. We went back to the D. Ooh, I wrote it backwards. That's fine. D, and then we did the G again after we held out the D for 2 measures again. So a great way to look at this is when we abstractly hear just a rudimentary song and think D, 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 G, 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 D, 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 A7, 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 A7. We noticed that we could hold that out another. So we make it into a repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. we can either go all the way back up here or write it again. And because I love music, we're just going to take this one all the way back up here. We're going to throw a DS coda, and we're going to go to DS coda. So that means once we get done with this and then we play this, you got it, 2 times 3. We're going to go all the way back to the top, rock out another verse, do this again, and then we're going to write in something we're going to call just a jam section in Twinkle Twinkle. We're going to put it back, D and G, back and forth, and because that bouncing is so annoying. And because this is so short, I'm just going to keep repeating this so we could have a quick jam for about 4 times. Right? So we're going to do that 4 times. And then we're probably just going to go right back up to something else as a bridge, or we could end it. Let's see how it feels at the end of this. Ready? Now, rather than keeping it so rudimentary with twinkle, twinkle, little star, what I like to do is just put a little pizzazz in it. So we've got... change is appropriate. So what was that? We went up to A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 2, 4. Did that 2 times. We're just going to put a normal repeat on there. And then we went right back into the D to the G again with the normal repeats. If you're not used to seeing the repeats, that's fine. You don't have to do that. You can write it out. I just did this to save space, as we said. So I think that pretty much would be it. And then we could do a maybe a double bar there just to end the song. So if we had this in completion, we'd have the melody was covered. D, D, A, B, B, A. If you like to see that as being a part of your A major pentatonic, you can do that. That'll help you do a little bit more as far as moving the notes. Remember, if you follow this channel, you'll notice that almost all these notes are within that scale reach. So if you start practicing individual notation by going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down with your pick, you will find the ease of playing minor seconds in a groove much easier when you accompany that with the key and the scale. So the key and the scale for D major would be D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, and D. D major, E minor, F sharp minor, G major, A major, B minor. We're going to have a C sharp diminished. Not a hard one, but it's a fun one to see. Play a D major. Play it with your second fingering group. Move it horizontally. Throw it all the way up there on the 5th fret and let your first finger, which is now free, play the 4th fret on the A note, the A string, to give you a C sharp. And this is our lending leading tone, which is going to resolve to the chord of D major, because this is a C sharp diminished and super special, only in the key of D. Back to D. Awesomeness. If that throws you, try and play the 5th, the A, as a A7 aforementioned in this video. Part of Twinkle Twinkle. And then we could throw that in as being the substitute chord. D, E, F sharp, G, A major, B minor, A major played as an A7. See how it functions? And then it revolves, or resolves. If you enjoy the way I teach, please thumbs up. If you don't, twinkle twinkle, suggest something else, and we'll see you next time. Aloha.